2023, it's time for us to review the newspaper as published by all the newspaper house. Welcome to our newspaper review this morning. My name is Okikiola Kosem. Let's start with Punch newspaper this morning. Half-season polls. FG tackles labor over strike. Union disrupt Imo flights. The federal government on Thursday berated the organized labor over the strike it declared in Imo State and its planned nationwide strike scheduled for November 14 because of the physical attack on the president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Joe Ajaero. In Owerri, the state capital, the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo San, admonished the NLC and the Trade Union Congress against politicizing Ajaero's alleged maltreatment, warning that politics might destroy the labor movement in the country. You can get more of that news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Border closure. Businesses collapse in northern communities. Smuggling booms. Commercial activities in border communities of Katsina, Sokoto, Borno, and Zamfara states have collapsed following the decision of the federal government to close all the country's border with the Niger Republic in the wake of the military takeover of power in the Francophone country on August 3rd. Check by the Punch on the border communities in Katsina, Sokoto, Borno, and Zamfara within the week revealed that commercial activities in the communities have been paralyzed, with long lines of trucks loaded with goods still stranded at the border. However, despite the heavy presence of the security operatives, smuggling strives across an illegal border in the state. Get more of that news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Reps move against fake anti-malaria drugs. The House of Representatives on Thursday mandated its Committee on HIV and AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria Control to urgently carry out a baseline survey across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country on fake anti-malaria drugs and report back to it within 4 weeks. You can get more of that news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. You remain my leader, Fabura banters with Wike. Rivers State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fabura said on Thursday that his predecessors and Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, remains his principal. He urged the people of the Rivers State to put behind them the discomfort created by the political tension experienced over a week ago in the wake of an explosion in the State House of Assembly. Get more of that news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Fasoranti Adebanjo Afeniferi's faction clash over Supreme Court verdicts. The Pa-Ruben Fasoranti's faction of the Pan Yoruba Social Political Organization Afenifere has condemned the Pa-Ayo Adebanjo's group's position on the recent Supreme Court judgment upholding the victory of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the last presidential election. The Adebanjo's faction had on Wednesday met in Ogbo Ijebu, Ogun State, and issued a communique vilifying the Supreme Court's decision upholding Tinubu's election. Get more details of this news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. Buhari's government didn't tackle insecurity properly, Defense Minister. The Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawale, says the previous government, headed by the former President Muhammadu Buhari, did not take the issue of insecurity seriously. Matawale, who appeared before the Senate Committee on Defense in company with the Minister of Defense, Abubakar Badaru, disclosed that the Ministry of Defense just took delivery of new attack helicopter to boost the fight against insecurity in the country. Get the details of this news coming to you from Punch newspaper this morning. On the business desk of Punch this morning, Nigeria, Saudi sign MOU on energy cooperation. Nigeria and Saudi Arabia have signed a memorandum of understanding to promote collaboration, information exchange, and technology transfer in the oil sector. The Federal Ministry of Petroleum Resources announced on Thursday. It stated that the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources Oil, Senator Eniken Lokpobiri, signed on behalf of the federal government, while the Energy Minister of Saudi Arabia, Prince Abdulaziz bin Salman, signed for his country. Get the details of this news coming to you from Punch this morning. Now let's quickly shift to Daily Trust this morning. Nigerians brace up as Naira scarcity resurface. Nigerians brace up as Naira scarcity resurfaces. Do you remember the Naira crunch? What an era! Where we faced scarcity of both old and new notes. What a time to remember. Well, it seems like it's back and it's around some states as the Supreme Court deadline draw nears. Dangote Abdul Samad's Reef. Northern Group calls for ceasefire. A northern interest group, Arewa New Agenda, has lamented the ongoing feud between the two prominent billionaires, Aliko Dangote and the chairman of Boa Group, Abdul Samad Isiaka Rabiu. Abdul Samad Isiaka Rabiu. It is similarly lamented that the ongoing feud between the former Zamfara State Governor and current Minister of State for Defense, Bello Matawalle, and the current Governor, Dauda Lawal Dare. Get more of that details coming to you from Daily Trust newspaper this morning. FCT Minister seeks more women in Parliament. The Minister of State's FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, has called for the election of more women into the National Assembly in the next general election. She said this at the 48th anniversary celebration of News Engineering Limited and the launch of News 4040 Leadership Development Fellowship in Abuja. Get the details from Daily Trust this morning. Governor Makinde woos Yorubas in Bayelsa for Diri. The governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, has appealed to the Yoruba community in Bayelsa State to support the re-election bid of Governor Diri. Makinde made this appeal in Yenogwa when he met the leadership of Yoruba community in the Niger Delta State. Get the details of this news coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. Appeal Court decides Plateau's governorship dispute tomorrow. Appeal Court decides Plateau governorship dispute tomorrow. The Appeal Court sitting in Abuja has fixed Saturday for adoption in the governorship appeal by the candidates of All Progressive Congress, APC, Nentewe Yelwatda against Governor Caleb Muftuwang of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, declared Muftuwang the winner of the March 18 governorship election in the state. The tribunal had also affirmed his victory. Get the details of this news coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. And quickly on the business desk this morning, FAW trucks will set up more local assembly humps. Chinese automaker FAW Trucks has revealed plan to set up more local hubs for assembling its vehicle in the country. This was disclosed by the chief representative of the company, Alan Lee, at his product launch in Abuja on Wednesday. Get the more details of this coming to you from Daily Trust this morning. Quickly, let's move to the nation this morning. Uzodimma Kiyamo, CSOs, Labour's protest partisan. Organized Labour came under fire yesterday for its protest over the assault on Nigeria Labour Congress NLC President Joe Ajaero in Owerri last week. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development Festus Keyamo, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, and Coalition of Civil Society Organization CSOs condemned what they describe as Labour's destructive and partisan activities. You can get more of that details coming to you from The Nation this morning. Yoruba in diaspora to Tinubu eradicates poverty. Yoruba in diaspora to President Tinubu eradicates poverty. Members of the National Association of Yoruba Descendants in North America have urged the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fight poverty and mobilize Nigeria in the diaspora for economic development. The group congratulated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on his victory during the February 25th poll. Get the details of this news coming to you from The Nation newspaper this morning. Fairness of injustice is more important than tribe, region, says retired judge. A retired judge of the Kogi State High Court, Justice Alaba Omolaye Ajilaye, has urged the public against perceiving justice from the prism of tribe, religion, or geopolitical division. To him, society ought to be more concerned with whether a case was fairly decided rather than whether the justices from their geopolitical zone were on the panel that decided the case. Get the details of this information coming to you from the Nation newspaper. Quickly, let's move to one of our online newspaper that we always rely on. I'm talking about penpushing.com, and some of the headline has it: court sentences 5 men to death by hanging. Parents coalition to address press conference over arrest of university undergraduates by crimes commissions. We also have the story of Iyalo de Alaba Lawson. Female lieutenants visit bereaved families. We also have Tinubu appoints special assistants on disability. Tinubu appoints special assistants on disability. The Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed Muhammad Isa as his special assistant on disability matters and tasked the new appointee to proactively create avenues of opportunity for inclusion through the inculcation of PW requirements and perspectives in the policies and program of all MDAs. Yes, it's time for us to bring our in-house analyst and public affairs commentator. He's a seasoned journalist and media consultant. I'm talking about no any other person than Mr. Salman Salami. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning to you, the presenter.
Can we start with this information coming from the Ministry of Defense? Buhari government didn't tackle insecurity. What is your take on that?
Well, let me first once again welcome our super citizen listeners to this edition, the Friday edition of the review. We thank you very much for being there. Well, to say that Buhari's government did not tackle insecurity may not be incorrect, or may be incorrect. Incorrect in the sense that President Muhammadu Buhari did his incompetent best. And we know that insecurity in the land was much more than what President Buhari met. It was terrible during President Jonathan's time, to the extent that people were mauled. It was almost becoming a pogrom. We remember what happened in Madala, the Christmas night.
Yes.
We remember what happened at Maraba side.
Yes.
Why is it that we seem to have short memory?
And the UN house here.
And the UN house. Human memory is short, very short. We seem to have forgotten that insecurity became a terrible thing in such a manner that we were not sleeping at all, let alone to sleep with our eyes closed. He did his best, like I said. His best may not be good enough, but then he did his best. That is all I will say on that.
Okay, that I want to leave it like that. So now let's quickly go to Rivers, where the governor is saying that Wike remains his leader and apologize for whatever that might have happened in the past.
Well, His Excellency Governor Sim Fubara did the right thing. There is this pidgin word that should no get size.
Should get size.
So, if that is the case, he should know that he became governor because God wants him to become governor. But God used some people to make him governor. All sins shall be forgiven, but the sin of ingratitude has no forgiveness. Let us thank Wiki that he has a large heart. But then Wiki too should know that power, ultimate power, belongs to God.
So the house that was destroyed and so many of this, what will be the taxpayer result or concern about all of this reef?
Well, I've been saying that policies should remain what it is, and that we should not degenerate to the level of violence in such a manner that we will destroy property and, in extreme cases, loss of life. No, we don't need this. We have passed this stage. Let us know that politics is not and cannot and should not be a do or die thing. We have said it here times without number on this Citizen FM that we should emulate that politician, statesman, Waziri Ibrahim, who said, let us practice politics without bitterness.
Okay, away from that now, let's get your reaction over this Fasoranti and Adebanjo's Afeniferi's fashions clash over Supreme Court verdicts.
You see, it is really not funny. Not funny in the sense that Baba Ruben Fasoranti and Baba Ayo Adebanjo, just fashions of Afenifere group, have come into this Supreme Court dispute. Why Baba Fasoranti's faction, which we know that are favorably disposed to President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or which we may, because the truth is there and is visible to the blind and perhaps audible to the deaf, that the Ruben Fasoranti's faction is for the president. Baba Adebanjo's version is for Peter Obi. I think.
Is that allegation or confirmation?
I don't speculate. When I review papers, over 37 years of media experience, I don't speculate.
That's exactly
when you are in doubt.
I'm not doubting.
When you are in doubt, you leave out. That is what journalism teaches us.
Yes, when you are in doubt, you leave out. Go ahead, sir.
And when I speak because I have facts. It is clear. Nobody will doubt that Baba Adebanjo's is for Peter Obi, and there is nothing bad in that. He has every right, like a damsel, to develop her breast wherever she chooses. Baba Adebanjo has chosen to support Peter Obi, and that is the beauty of democracy. Paruben Fashoranti is for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That equally is all right. But what I find distasteful is for the parties is for the Ayo Adebanjo group and Baba Ayo Adebanjo to now begin to talk ill and vilify not only the Supreme Court of Nigeria, but the judgment pronounced by the justices of the Supreme Court. That is crossing the line. Unfortunately, Baba Ayo Adebanjo is a lawyer. He should know better. Whenever the Supreme Court of Nigeria pronounces on any issue, it is final. The finality of their pronouncement does not mean infallibility. Like one of them said, one of the justices said that our decisions remain infallible, not because we are perfect, but we are perfect because it is infallible. Whatever they say on any case is final. There is no more appeal. And what we should do is to respect their judgment, even if we don't agree. Why? We must not bring down the institution, the judiciary. We should respect the judiciary because it is the hope of the common man. And you know what? Quite many of these people who are now saying that the High Court or the Supreme Court did not do well were beneficiaries of the judgments of the Supreme Court, including Obi himself.
Okay.
And why is it that whenever the judgment or pronouncement from any court does not favor you, it is not good? But if it does, it is the best.
Okay, let me get your reaction over what is going on in the minds of the Yorubas in Nigeria over these leaders. Afenifere were to represent the interests of Yoruba, and at this point in time in politics, it is allegedly known that it's Yoruba turn, our local. Why is any of the leader going against the interests of the Yorubas when they are saying they are pan-Yoruba agitation?
No, I don't believe in our local philosophy, to start with. 2, I don't believe that the Yorubas should sleep and position their head in one direction. That is the beauty of democracy. Yes, the Yorubas, some of the Yorubas supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and some of the Yorubas did not support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is nothing bad in that. That is the beauty of democracy. Plurality of opinion. And mind you, if you are a student of history, you will know that Pa Aderino Ogunsoya supported Nnamdi Azikiwe throughout his life. That is the beauty of democracy. You should not put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay. Super listeners, super citizens of Nigeria, it's time for you to join us on this program and make your opinion count. The number to reach us are 090322299797, 0818222206, 0818222205. You can get us and make your points clear. Please, let's be brief so that we give others opportunity to speak to us. Now, let's quickly get this, your intake or your position on Yoruba in diaspora are asking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to eradicate poverty?
Honestly,
sorry, I have a first caller. Let's pick this caller. Hello, good morning. Who is on the line and where are you calling us from?
Good morning, my brother. This is Clement calling from Dusa Alaji.
Oga Clement. Good morning, sir. How is Dusa Alaji this morning?
Everything is fine.
Okay, go ahead with your point briefly, sir.
My point is I always hear people talk about a former president Buhari concerning security. Please, I want to people know that Buhari tried his best on issue of security. I remember vividly when bomb exploded everywhere, right in Abuja here, we were unable to sleep. Even in Lube here, you talk about this day newspaper office, you talk about United Nations, you talk about Nyanya, many places, even for Madara, I was there. Outside when the bomb exploded, and killed a lot of people, killed family members. So please, let's give respect to him. At least he tried for that aspect. So I want to read that he should not continue to.
Okay, thank you. Your point is well noted. Thank you, sir.
Yes, we said it that he tried his best. He tried his best, no doubt about that. President Buhari did his best on security or insecurity. Let's quickly look at the federal government tackles NLC over strike.
Okay.
And what is going on in
Imo State.
Some days to the election, and we should not forget too that this naira scarcity in some states.
Yes.
Let us look at that and analyze it too. They are very, very important.
They are
issues.
very important.
Very, very important. You see, the federal government and NLC imbroglio, especially as concerns Imo State, it is becoming an embarrassment to most Nigerians. There are so many questions begging for answers. What exactly does NLC want? Yes, we agree that it is not particularly good what we saw on television, the way the NLC president was treated by, we are still yet to know exactly who inflicted those pains on the president of NLC. That to me is unacceptable. But for NLC to insist on strike some days to election
11 days
in Imo State, knowing fully well as we do that NLC and Labour Party are Siamese twins, knowing fully well that President Ajero is from Imo State, knowing fully well all other things that crack political reporters know, there is the need for NLC to separate partisanship from unionism. Let them be circumspect. That is all we can say here.
But Labour Congress, in a press release, the conference they did recently, they said that they were not partisan, that it was as a result of Labour activities that they needed to do over time that the president went to lead there.
Nigerians will tell them whether they were partisan or not.
Okay, let's quickly goes to Dangote and Boa Group, Reef.
Well, they are businessmen, billionaire businessmen, and they are in competition. It is not interesting because...
quickly, sir, let's pick this caller. Let's pick this call. Hello?
Hello, good morning, my dear.
Please.
Over there in the studio.
Your name and where are you calling us from?
We are starting the weekend. Let me just go straight.
Your name, please, first.
Akrele from Abuja.
Okay, go ahead.
We have a lot of problems in this country, and people are...
You mean we have challenges?
What we are supposed to be doing and what we are not supposed to be doing. You know, you see, some people will come to power. They will say, okay, the other people will go against them and say, okay, when we bring this government down. When you bring the government down and you come to power, Now you will tell us that let us come together and do this. You see, somebody who has eaten meat will we forget, but the person who has taken the bone will never forget. You see, the problem we are having in this country is lack of law. That is what the paramount important things we are lacking in this country is lack of law. You see, we need only one president in this country, and all the tribes in Nigeria cannot produce the president. You can only produce only one president, and people are still clamoring, why do you vote for this? Why do you vote for this? Why are you better than the person that is there? Mm-hmm. Check yourself very well. Good morning.
Okay, good man. Thank you very much, Mr. Salami.
Well, what is important to most Nigerians is the unity of this country and the patriotism. Let us just quickly continue in our line of thought.
Okay, please, before that, let's get this call. Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Where are you calling us from? And your name? Oh, Super Citizen Clement. Good morning. Quickly, make your points.
My regard to the first person. You see, I think one of the citizens that will tell Labour Party and the, what do you call it, the Labour Union and their leader, that they are partisans. You get my point? Because see, like I said last time, I don't think whatever happened, whatever is the problem of Europe, I don't think it is just maybe 2 weeks to election that people start having something. Even with the tension on ground, Nigeria should even know better. See, that man, there is nothing anybody will say that will not say that man is not partisan. He's not. He has even shown it practically that he's partisan. Because you don't do things in this manner. Okay, why can't he go to my state in Kogi State? Even if you know I have that is fully in the front line, is not in this or that. Then if you even take it to Kogi State, why Igbo State? See, I don't know exactly. As far as I'm concerned, it's partisan, and that is there is not about it. Concerning
insecurity.
Whatever anybody will say, let them say it. I have even said it, and I'll continue to say that it is Buhari that made me realize what Nigerian lead term as a good governance. I have realized that it is only when you eat fat and you have enough money in your account, yes, everything is fine. You get my point. So I think Buhari have really even defined what is governance in this country.
All right.
Whether anybody likes it or not, that man is somebody that I will always uphold. You get my point.
All right.
There was challenges.
Okay.
And whatever happened under his administration, I saw it as a sabotage. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Mr. Salami.
Well, let me quickly talk on this Dangote and Abdul Samad rift. The Aliko Dangote and Abdul Samad Shakurabi rift.
You have to hold on, please. Let's take another caller. Oh, we lost that.
It is business. It is a disagreement occasioned by business interest. Their competitors. Don't forget that.
Hold on, sir. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Mr. Salami.
Good morning, sir.
My name is James from Kubwa.
All right, Mr. James, can you quickly make your point?
Please, I want to emphasize on the issue of the Ayero. Mr. Salami, with the level we are professionalism for 32 states as investigators, is it wrong for Labour to protest for their rights of the citizens? Are we practicalizing autocracy or democracy? When some people are generalizing this issue, when Ajero went to Imo State, was he not notified the Imo people and the civil servants that is coming to show the solidarity of the non-payment of their salary and the pension, whereby there was a security attached to them for where they are going to do their protest? And the Imo State governor was mostly aware of it. Let's go to the Federal Bureau of Statistics and see the state. Between these two states they are talking about, Kogi State and Imo State, whether they are not indebted to the civil servants. Kogi State are indebted to civil servants, Imo State are indebted to civil servants. Does it mean that in the instance of the place that they do this protest, there was no camera to show whether it was a partisan of the parties? People are saying they are partisan. What kind of partisan? Partisan on what? Let's say the truth.
Okay.
Imo State governor really know the truth. Let us say the truth. He has a right to go to any state to show the solidarity to their people. And people are talking about that. What is this wrong? Okay, look at yesterday. They were protesting at the Abuja airport. Did they destroy anything?
Okay.
The TUC Union chairman that was there, did they destroy anything? They didn't.
You have made your points. You have made your points. You have made your points. Let's allow others. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Mr. Salami, what's your response quickly on that?
No response except that he has expressed his opinion.
Okay, let's take another caller. Oh, we missed that again. Quickly, we are on Dangote and...
Yes, funny enough, the two of them are into the same business. And they are from Kano, the two of them. And it is business rift.
Okay, Mr. Salam, let's hold on. Hello, who is on the line and where are you calling us from?
Once again, this is Akreli again.
Quickly, you have to make that quickly.
This is what we are saying, that you see this country, when somebody is saying the right thing and is saying the wrong thing, Ajero has you say it's not partisan. It's not partisan. That's why somebody asks you now, why don't you choose another state to go to? You see, when fire is burning and somebody is running across the fire and is asking fire not to burn him, is that not person not trying God? He is trying God.
Okay.
Now, Ajero went to him to go and destabilize that place. That is exactly what I will say.
All right.
Because nobody can say that at this particular time, nobody can dare evil and say, okay, when something is like that and you go to that state to go and commit that type of thing. Now, he's a human being like us. He's bound to make mistakes.
All right.
The mistake you are making, please let everybody see that you are doing the right thing.
All right.
You can be there today, tomorrow another person will be there.
Okay, you have made your point. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, Mr. Salami, let's have your take on Dangote and Reef.
Well, thank God that the northern elders have waded in, and that is the best thing to do. That is the best thing to do, and they too should know that they are brothers. They should not allow business and business competition in business to separate them. At the end of the day, we are all brothers. Let's quickly take what happened in Bayelsa State, where Governor Seyi Makinde went to Bayelsa State in Yenagua to campaign for Governor Diri, and where he told the Yoruba groups that they should support Diri. Don't forget that this same Seyi Makinde was with Wike at a time. It only tells you that blood is thicker than water. Politicians are politicians. They will always seek to protect their political interest. What is important is this: friends will be friends, no matter the differences. What is important is political interest. Any other thing can change. You have seen how it has changed. G5, how they all came together to protect what they considered as their political interest at that particular point in time. But as of today, Governor Seyi's interest is different from Minister Wike's interest. And each and every one of them are protecting their own interest. Wise up, Nigerians.
Okay, let's quickly let's get your take on this scarcity of Naira that is resurfacing.
Well, I will tell or ask our friends in the media to be circumspect and to do what is right. Yes, the kicker that, do you remember the Naira crunch? Is it back? We pray it's not back. And they were saying, is it back because of the Supreme Court deadline that draws near? We all know that the CBN has come out to say that both the old and the new notes, they are legal tender.
So Nigeria should not
panic.
Okay.
The cash crunch is not back. It will not come back again. Never again. Nigerians went through hell during that time. It was an era that is better forgotten. We don't pray to have such an experience again. It wasn't a palatable one.
Okay, 30 seconds for this. Minister of State for FCT is seeking for more women in parliamentarian election for Nigeria. What's your take on it?
Well, that is the right way to go. Women in politics is a sine qua non. We need more women to be in politics. It is the right thing to say.
Okay. Is there any other thing that we want to review quickly because our time is fast spending?
Well, there will always be something. Appeal court decides a Plateau governorship dispute. The APC's governorship candidate Nantawe hoping that Saturday will be his day, and the PDP governor Caleb Mutfwang, Governor Caleb Mutfwang of the PDP believes that or is hopeful that the Court of Appeal should reaffirm or uphold the decision of the governorship election tribunal that declared that he was validly elected. Let us keep our fingers crossed.
Okay, let us keep our fingers crossed. That's the much we'll take on today's newspaper review, and it's time for us to go for weekend, and we will be back here on Monday, God's willing, to continue giving you the best of information. Stay tuned to our station, Citizen FM 93.7. You will have details of accurate information. Till we meet again next week, Okikiola Cousin is my name. Thank you.